guys, so I'm here today not for a book haul but for a DVD haul. Now I rarely buy DVDs. I used to buy them a lot when I was a teenager, or pre the days of Netflix and smart TVs and moving houses. But for years now I have rarely bought a DVD, only every now and then. But some way, somehow I have, over the past month really, ended up with 5 films and 1 TV box set on DVD, and I just thought it might be quite fun to do a DVD haul since I don't often have cause to do these kind of things, and I have watched everything in this pile so I can kind of tell you what I thought of them all. And yeah, I just got some good bargains, and for one reason or another it seemed appropriate to buy them on DVD. Let's jump straight into it, shall we? The first one I'll show you was actually a gift, and it's one that I got for Christmas. I have mentioned it before, and it is The Company of Wolves. Now this one is highly appropriate for this channel because it's actually loosely inspired by Angela Carter's book of short stories entitled The Bloody Chamber and Other Stories, in which there's a story called The Company of Wolves. And the screenplay itself is actually by Angela Carter. It has kind of horror elements to it, but I don't know, like, I'm not a massive horror movie person and I enjoyed it. It very much reminded me of the film Labyrinth, and it's basically like a story within a story within a story, and they're all about werewolves, and it's kind of fantastical horror, also for fans of things like Pan's Labyrinth. But yeah, definitely a good film. My dad got this for me for Christmas and we watched it together and I really enjoyed it. The next one is one I haven't taken out of the package yet because I haven't watched this copy, but I saw this film in the cinema and it's Wadjda. As you can see, this cost me a mere £3 from the record store Fop. Now Fop don't have an online store unfortunately, but if you are near a Fop in the UK, then I'd highly recommend going in and checking it out because they have a lot of cheap books and DVDs. So they had Wadjda for £3, and I know my mum hasn't seen this one and I really thought she would like it, so I wanted to watch it with her and I thought £3, I'll pick it up. And this is the first feature-length film ever filmed entirely in Saudi Arabia. I saw it a couple of years ago when it came out in the UK, and it's about a young girl called Wadjda who wants a bicycle but is not allowed a bicycle for various reasons in her culture, and it basically follows this young girl on her kind of journey to try and get a bicycle, and we learn about kind of like life in her town and in her family and her what her mother's going through amongst all of that, and it's absolutely amazing, so good. I then have 3 films I bought to watch with my boyfriend, and we've since watched them all. And the first one was Starbuck. Now I got this because he hadn't seen this, and this is one of my all-time favourite films. It's so funny, and I wanted us to watch it, so I got it cheap online. And this is a French-Canadian film. It is an American adaptation of this film starring Vince Vaughn that I have not seen and do not want to see. Just no. Sorry, but no. This film is so heartwarming and funny and just absolutely amazing. And it's about a man who sells a lot of his sperm in Canada for money when he's quite young, and it's quite a few years later and it turns out he is the father of over 500 children, and over 100 of which are suing the sperm clinic to find out who their father is. And it's just amazing, it's so funny. I would recommend this to everybody. And the next 2 I hadn't previously seen, but like I said, I've watched them since I bought them, and the first one's How to Train Your Dragon. Can't believe I haven't seen this. As you know, I love dragons, but for one reason or another I had never gotten around to seeing this film, which is a DreamWorks animation, and I really enjoyed this. We ended up watching the second one as well, which I don't have on DVD here, and actually I think I maybe preferred the second one. I think a lot more happens in the second one, and it definitely deserved a sequel because this is very much the beginning of a much wider story about these Vikings, and it's about Vikings and they're at war with the dragons until this young man here, who's the son of the chief, ends up helping an injured dragon, a dragon he injured, and becomes a bit of a dragon trainer, and it's about all of that. The little dragon is called Toothless. He's adorable. Really enjoy it. If you haven't seen this yet or have been putting off, would recommend. I'll have to watch the TV series on Netflix at some point as well. I then have another animated film. This one's an Irish animation and it is The Secret of Kells. I enjoyed this one. I wasn't blown away with it. What I was blown away by is the art. The animation and the art and the images and the imagination in this is so beautiful, and if that's something you appreciate in your films, I would highly recommend it because it is an absolutely stunning film. I didn't find the plot, however, particularly thrilling. I picked this one up because I really want to see The Song of the Sea, which is by the same animator, and The Song of the Sea is another Irish folktale kind of animated film about Selkies, and it's set in the modern times, whereas this one's set in medieval times, and it's about this young man, Brendan, who is a kind of trainee monk, or has been raised by monks. And although I think this was lovely, I can't lie and say it's one of my favourite films of all time. There was moments where I was really in awe of how beautiful it was, and other moments where I was kind of bored. But I will definitely still be watching The Song of the Sea at some point when I get my hands on it, because like I said, the animation was beautiful, and if The Song of the Sea is better, then I think it's going to be phenomenal. It just needed to be slightly more engaging in the plot for me at least, so hopefully The Song of the Sea offers that, and I'm looking forward to watching it at some point. But I have to say, this little cat here, this is my favourite character. Best character. And last but not least, like I said, I picked up a DVD box set of a TV show, and this one, I haven't watched all of the discs in it yet, but it's one of my all-time favourite TV shows. That is Diagnosis Murder Season 4. I have Diagnosis Murder Seasons 1 to 3 already on DVD. I can't remember whether it's only Seasons 1 and 2, or if 1, 2 and 3 all come in Region 2, which is the UK DVD region, but after that they don't, so at least from Season 4 onwards, I have never been able to find Region 2 DVDs of, so I actually have not seen all of the episodes. I've seen a lot of them on TV, but I've never managed to catch every single episode of this TV show, but I've obviously seen all of the episodes of Seasons 1 to 3 because I have the DVDs. Although I've seen some of Season 4 before, I've never seen it all the way through or every single episode. So my friend Tanya over at List Obsessed Reader recommended a website called Fish Pond, where he has free shipping worldwide and ships things from loads of different countries. So I ended up buying this from the US, and it is in Region 1, but you can obviously change the region on your computer if you've got a DVD drive in it a number of times, and I don't really watch a lot of DVDs like I said, so I don't mind changing it to Region 1 and just leaving it on Region 1. Or you can also get, I think, DVD drives and players that play Region 1 DVDs. So I treated myself just before Christmas, and it finally came a week or so into January. Obviously it was coming from the US, and I've watched the first 3 discs so far. There's actually 7 discs in this and 26 episodes, which is pretty decent. Now, like I said, Diagnosis Murder is one of my top 5 all-time TV shows. It stars Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins, you may recognise, although slightly older, and is set in an American hospital, which a lot of crime happens near apparently, because Dick Van Dyke's character, Mark Sloan, his son is a police detective, but his father also does a lot of consultancy work for the police, and the other 2 main characters, Jesse and Amanda, are doctors as well. It's quite funny and just really good mysteries and just really good fun kind of. I love these kind of like older I love modern detective shows as well, but I love these slightly older ones. In fact, possibly my #1 all-time favourite TV show is Quincy M.E. But for now I'm really enjoying having some more Diagnosis Murder to watch. So yeah, those are all of the DVDs that I picked up recently. I probably won't be doing any more DVD hauls in the near future, but I thought this one might be quite fun. Feel free to recommend any films or TV shows you think I'll like based on this selection down in the comments down below. Until next time guys, happy reading and happy watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye!